Morning, gang. Hope we're all having a good Thursday morning. So we are going to get going with our cardio and core session. Just gonna make sure my internet's on here because that flickered a bit. We are. So it's going to be all body weight today. We are going to do a few sort of stability and a few little more advanced exercises on this one, but as always there will always be alternatives for this. So we've got sprinter sit up. I'll show you a high and low variation of that. We've got lateral skip with a knee raise. We've got variations of that are low impact, plank or plank and reach. So you've got kneeling plank, full plank, plank and reach. Katie Taylor boxing, fast or slow. Reverse crunch, again variations, speed squat. Advanced can do a squat jump. Side plank, knees, feet. We're going to add a rotation into it to add a little bit more for the advanced people. And then burpee, or you can do a total body extension on that also. So don't worry if you don't know what they are, we'll run you through them. Nice and light on the toes, we'll jog that out. So just breathe it out, keep it moving, we'll get the body warmed up and get the blood pumping through everything. And your jacks. Just small, and if this doesn't suit, we've got low impact variations of the warm-ups as well, where you just do a side touch with the arms and from that. So it doesn't always have to be high impact, maybe your knees or your ankles aren't feeling it today, so low impact variation do the same thing. We're going to do a stride. Same thing here, if the high impact doesn't suit, you power stride from the low impact with a forward raise. You can still put power and speed into this, it doesn't have to be just a lazy movement. You still put enough into it to get that warm up done. Bring it up nice and light. Again, we're going to do the jacks, with high impact, low impact, here, depending on your fitness levels and what you are able to do. And then last one, just to get it. Breathe that out, keep that moving, get the body even working. And we'll speed that up for 10, let's go. And just plant feet. It's just a gentle pulse raiser to get blood going through the joints to loosen them out. And get everything working back to it. Relax back, hands on the hips, good big circles to loosen through hip flexors, lower back, and through them hips. Same other side. Relax that, grab the toes, knees out, chest tall. We're going to stretch them hips, especially if you sit a lot. This squatty stand helps to loosen out through, stretch that up. Back down in. We'll stretch that up. And then we'll sit down, push the knees out and rotate. Relax that. So next one, you can elevate it off a high area, or you can come to here and you can just stretch that hip like this, off a high area. Advance, you can go to the floor, push up, fall out round, stretch the hip, change. Stretch the hip. One more. Then we're going to move it down onto our side. So both knees can be together for beginners, or top knee can be to the floor for advanced. So both knees together up to your chest. Then you just rotate. So we're trying to keep the knees together on the floor, and then we're twisting the shoulder to the floor. You get a nice rotation through that lower back. And then same thing other side. So the knees go together, hand on top of the hand, and then we rotate. Last one. Bring it round, and then bridge the hips, squeeze the glutes up and down. Last one. And here. So stay down. Because we're starting with a sprinter sit-up of this here. So the sprinter sit-up is a straight sit-up. You can come high, you can come low, and at the last minute you bring a single knee in. So as we're flexing here, at the last minute we bring a knee, opposite knee, opposite knee. Advance, up, control, up, control. So whenever you're ready, you don't have to come high, don't force yourself off the floor. 3, 2, 1, let's go. So up, control, or here. I'm not pulling the neck, my hands are to my temples to support that head. Not here. If you put the hands behind the head, what happens? You automatically pull that neck. We're not aiming for that. That's no good. That's just going to damage that neck. 10 seconds. Good. Keep moving, guys. Keep pushing up. Last one. 10. We'll bring that up. Just to get this mat out of my way. So we're going to a lateral movement. So it's going to be up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Knee comes up in the sixth. Or if you're marching it, 1, 2, 3, knee. 1, 2, 3, knee. It's up to you. High or low on time. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Up. Knee up. Chest tall. Fast feet. Knee raise. Really driving that knee up to the chest. That's going to get into that core. It's also getting into that hip flexor, making those legs work, making that oblique work. You can reach if you want. Really put the effort in. Reach up. Reach, and then you really pull down through, getting into that oblique. Up, drive through. Up. Tall spine. 5 seconds. 10. From there, we're going into a plank or plank and reach. So a couple of options. We've got a kneeling plank, full plank, or a plank with a reach. So again, your kneeling plank. With that plank, what I want you to think of is crunching. Crunch. What that crunch is going to do is keep that back flat, squeeze the glutes, it's keeping the spine neutral while the pressure on the core. So when you get into that kneeling plank, here, crunch, squeeze the glutes, knees down, or full, or the plank and reach, weight in the feet. As you move, the hips don't move, so you don't rotate to the left. 3, 2, 1, let's go. So we've got here, kneeling, we've got full, or reach. Each one of them, that neutral spine, that crunch, glute squeeze, body tight, stays the same. Same here. Same there. If you look at that, that posture of that pelvis, lower back, everything stays the same. So don't mistake adding a sort of a more difficult one for the things start to move. It doesn't. 2 more. Last one. 10. We'll bring it up. We're into our boxing. So, boxing, you can go slow here and then speed it up a wee bit for the end, or we're going to do fast feet and then fast hands. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Nice and light. Pump it out. Breathe. Keep that moving, keep that moving. That's it, guys. Keep it up, keep it up, keep it up, keep it up. Keep working, keep working. Last 10, let's go. Come on. 5 seconds, let's go. 3, 2, 1. We'll get the heart rate up. Reverse crunch. You have 3 options. The reason you get 3 is because not everybody can do the full variation. So, beginner's variation. Knees and feet are together, hands are by the side, don't sit on them. Pull your knees to your chest so that your butt leaves the floor. Small lift of the hips, touch the floor. Small lift of the hips, touch the floor. Intermediates, legs are up, pull in, hips leave the floor, stop, you don't extend. If you can't control it, advance, extend out, lift straight up, extend out, lift straight up. Don't do the advanced if it's pulling you off the floor or you're feeling it in your back. 3, 2, 1, let's go. And don't do the advanced if you have to sit in your hands. Because if you have to sit in the hands, it means your core isn't strong enough. Hands should be beside your side for balance, but you shouldn't be sitting on them. If you are, take them out, go back to here, where you're just pulling your knees in. Butt lifts, small crunch, or touch. Knees in, touch, knees in, touch, knees in. From there, whichever suits. 5 seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Good. We are into speed squat. Advanced, you can do a squat jump, but I'm going to show the speed squat for everyone else. Because not everyone can jump because of ankles, because of knees, because of hips, lower back. There's loads of issues, the reason that you can't do impact. So your squat jump is this, up, land light, straight down. Alternative is just to, same movement, sit back, go to the toes. Sit back, toes, back, toes, or just squat. 3, 2, 1, let's go. So, we're quarter bending to the toes, so it's just taking that impact out. Same movement, we're still aiming up. So, hands are up as we sit down, and we push up, sit back, tiptoes, sit back. So we're just on their tiptoes, back down. From there, take some impact out, or impact it, well, if you can. But if you can't, this. You just go for speed. That's the same sort of thing if you're going fast enough. 3 seconds, let's go. 2, 1, from there. So speed will just dictate the end of the difficulty level. We're going to do a side plank. So side plank's another one that, like the plank, that people tend to mess up because they always think they should be doing the full plank. And then they end up having to hold their hands. They end up doing things to get here where they're up and they're twisted over and they try and do this to keep themselves up. It's not a side plank. You're not actually working your oblique. So from here, knees together. From here, feet behind you. Hips up, push your hips forward, hold. That's part 1. Intermediate. One leg out, crank a bit higher. Bottom knee still down. Advanced, you've got up or you've got stacked. Advanced variation, you can do rotation from here, but only if this stays stable. There's no point doing this if you're over and this is scraping off the floor. It's not going to work. Whenever you're ready, pick one that suits. Either feet behind, one leg out, or full movement. 3, 2, 1, let's go. So go through them again. Feet behind, up and hold. Squeeze the glutes, get that right up. Straight line down here. If that's easy, intermediate, 1 foot out, get a little bit higher. Advance, get up. Either stacked, foot on top of the foot, or heel to toe. If balance is an issue, but don't start this. If you're doing this, you're in the wrong position. Or rotate. Five seconds. And time. And then we are burpee. Again, burpee, one that people tend to get wrong because they try to do more than they're able for. So we break it down into sections. So the total body extension is the upper end of your burpee. Sit back, hands back, extend the toes, sit back, extend the toes. You're really reaching up. You can add a jump if you want, but I want to see that extension because it's a total body extension. Extend the hands up. If you can't get to the floor of your burpee and you've got a small stable chair or table, you can out and in, work off the sofa, out and in, and work off that. Because the biggest issue people have with burpees is the depth. They can't squat down to the floor to reach the floor. Advanced, if you can, you squat to the floor, extend and stand up. You can add a jump if you want. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Pick one of them. So you can stand up or you can jump up. Depends on you. Keep moving. You can't do this. Go to that total body extension. You've got that sofa in front of you. Put your hands to the sofa and use that to bridge that gap so you're not going to the floor. And time. Grab a drink, first one done. So as always, I know some of you are jumping back in now. Pick the one that suits you best. And that doesn't mean the one that suited you best the last time you trained, because this is the mindset people get into. I used to do this, so I'm going to start again with that. I used to lift this, so I'm going to start again lifting that. How long have you been out not training? Because if it's been a while, there's a good chance you shouldn't be doing that. So why don't you start back here? Instead of starting here, start here, and then build back up to there. You don't have to start back at the very beginning, but you can start partial way back and take a week or two to get back into it. You build yourself back up. So you never jump into the deep end, you can't swim. Some people do, and the lifeguard just pull them out. And you ain't no lifeguard at home yourself. So don't jump into the deep end. Build yourself back up again so that it works better for you. Whenever you're ready, sprints are set up, we'll take it down, last round. So high or low, remember, small crunch, don't pull your neck from this, small crunch, or knee in from here, or the knee comes in with that small crunch. 3, 2, 1, let's go. So we've got full movement up, each side, or we've got that small crunch, each side, keeping that tight. It's up to you. Nice seconds. 10. Bring that up. We are into our lateral skip with the knee raise. The lateral movement, knee comes up at the last minute. Once you're ready, 3, 2, 1, let's go. Lift the knee, and then that leads the way. Knee comes up, that leads you back the other way. Knee comes up. And again, if you want to add more in, pull. Reach and pull. Like a kickboxing. Knee in, pulling it down. Really work into that oblique. One more. Hang. Plank or plank and reach. So again, core tight, pelvis tight. From this, everything's solid as we're doing it. Whenever you're ready. 3, 2, 1. Pick the one that suits. Let's go. So up, everything locked. Knee the knees down for kneeling. Up for full or reach. But again, when I'm reaching, I'm not doing this. It's not this sort of thing where the hips are moving and you're off the floor. It's tight and you slide the floor. You make that work. 10 seconds. Five seconds. 10. Boxing. So again, it can be slow, just march and punch, or speed. Depends how you're feeling. Let's go. I like speed with this one. That's my preference. It doesn't have to be yours. But I love pushing this out and last 10 really going for it. Just pumping that out, pumping that out, pumping that out. It gets the heart rate up. Any that have the Magzone belts on you, where you're seeing that red spike, that's where this is, or yellow at least anyway. You'll see it pump up. Last 10, go. Come on. 5 seconds, let's go. 3, 2, 1. A wee bit longer than 5, but woo. Reverse crunch. So again, 3 options. Beginners, intermediate, advanced. Beginners, lock it up. Lift the hips, back to the floor, touch. Lift the hips, back to the floor, touch. Intermediate, lift, don't extend. Advanced, extend out, extend up. When you're ready, let's go. So, this is advanced. You got intermediate, don't extend. Or beginners, touch, knees in, touch, knees in. Don't sit in your hands in any of these. 10 seconds. Keep that moving, guys. Come on. And 10. Now, we are into speed squat or squat jump, so 3 to go. So again, if you don't want to jump or you can't jump, don't jump. Just straight up to the toes. Sit down, hands up, and then you push yourself up with the hands on your tiptoes, and you sit back. 3, 2, 1, go. So we're pushing up to the toes. Get that technique. Soft land on the heels, step back, chest forward, up and down. Keep it up, keep it up, keep it up. Five seconds. Last one. And that's plenty. You feel burning the quads doing that. Same plank, so we're going to do the opposite side. So when you do one side, just make sure you're always doing the other side so that you're not ending up doing the same thing. As I say, scratching my head, wondering what side I did. So, again, beginners, feet behind, knees together. 3, 2, 1. Up again, pulse. Pelvis forward, up. So don't be sitting back. Push forward, lift up. So my arm's too far out, so I'm going to pull it out. A better leverage. 1 foot out for intermediate. Advanced, either heel to toe or stacked. Pressure's here now. Glute squeeze and push forward and I'm lifted up. Now, if I want to rotate, I can rotate from a stable position. And we're not trying to rotate the waist here. This movement makes this fight. This is what we're trying to do. Make instability while we're holding stability so that the body has to work harder. People get into this thing where they start rotating and twisting. You don't have to. Because this should be enough if you're in the right position. Time. Once you find that stable position and you start to move things, that trunk has to work to stabilize. You don't need to rotate it. The idea isn't rotation. The idea is to create instability so that it has to fight to keep you stable. And that's enough to make it work harder. We're not trying to do a big rotation. Total body extension or burpee. Use the sofa if you need from this here. So hands on the sofa, sit back and back up. You got total body extension, swing the toes or up. Burpee off the sofa, here, down, back up. I'll do this one with you. And then full burpee. 3, 2, 1, let's go. So hands down, extend, stand up, extend. So this takes the depth out of it. So my hands are going to that sofa, extend my feet out, pull back in, I stand up. Extend my feet out, pull back in, and stand up. Last 10. Keep it going, guys. This bridges the gap between that total body extension and the full burpee. Allows you to do it. Last 1. Time. And you're getting a bit more of that workout as opposed to the full total body extension if you struggle with the full burpee. So it bridges the gap between that and that. Grab a quick drink and we'll stretch you out. So when you're ready, reach up and back, reach up, lean back to get into that abdominal. Hands go to the side, stretch back. Round the front, push arms forward. Arm across the body, pull through. Change. And then hands around the back, roll the shoulders back, stretch up from there. Next one, if you need balance, foot up, knee together, stretch. You will change, foot up, knee together, stretch. Relax that. So people struggle with this one to get the technique. Usually when people step forward, they bend the front knee. What I want you to do is take a small step forward, they sit back. So that front leg stays straight. We're trying to stretch the hamstring of the front leg. So you've just sat back. There's the foot behind that's slightly bent. If you step too far back, it's not going to work because it's going to feel awkward. And then we'll change. So we'll change the other side. So it's just a small step forward from this leg, and then I just do a small step back. So there's very little distance between them. But that step back here gets the opposite leg is straight. So front leg is straight, toe can be down or up. And then big step back. Pelvic tilt, sink into that stretch. And we will change, same thing on our side. Pelvic tilt, sink into the stretch. And we will bring it up. And that's us, guys. Thursday done, cardio and core blasted. Have a good Thursday. We'll see you tomorrow for your fun Friday and enjoy your day.